What's going on, guys? This is JT here. I am on my main account. In this video, we are going to be talking about Autoproc Heroes. What exactly is an Autoproc Hero? What all heroes are Autoproc? And then at the end, we're going to be talking about what crest sets and also what talents do you want to go with on Autoproc Heroes. So first, obviously, let's go ahead and explain exactly what an Autoproc Hero even means. So what Autoproc means is whenever you take a hero into battle, let's go ahead and get into battle right quick. When you take a hero into battle, when his energy bar fills all the way up, that means he's instantly going to proc no matter where on the battlefield he's at, and no matter what the case may be. He does not have to send out an attack to allow him to proc. So the second his energy fills up, as long as his cooldown is ready to go, and he's not on a cooldown timer, the hero's gonna proc. So for example, here's a couple of Autoproc heroes right here, Boogeyman being one of them. I do have Revitalize on this Boogeyman as well, which means no matter where on the battlefield we drop this Boogeyman, he is instantly gonna proc right away. So let's go ahead and test it out. So we do have the 5 Revitalize on Boogeyman as a crest set. Again, that fills his energy up all the way to the top. So let's go ahead and drop, and you're going to notice he's going to be attacking some of these troops, maybe a hero. I don't know. Let's see. So boom, you notice his proc came on strong right there, automatically attacked. Now Boogeyman's coming into battle with that energy filled up. Y'all notice he was running across the wall right there. Boom, another Autoproc went off. So that's exactly what Autoproc means. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the altar and talk about some Autoproc heroes. We'll go ahead and start off first with Candy Cane. Now, you'll notice I do have the level 5 Revitalize as a talent on my Candy Cane. Not because I agree with that. Honestly, with this day and age of how Castle Clash is going, you're really going to want Revitalize as a crest set in pretty much every situation except for a select few. Now, back in the day whenever I made this Candy Cane, of course, I haven't used Candy Cane in a very long time. She is usable now because of all the defensive talents, but on pretty much every single Autoproc hero 2 years ago, you would notice every single strong player had level 5 Revitalize on all the Autoproc heroes. Just because Revitalize was so hard to get as a crest set, almost nobody even had it, right? So that's why everybody went with level 5 Revitalize as a main talent. Plus, you could also put Psy Shield as a crest set and completely avoid an attack, right? So in this day and age, if I wanted to stack this Candy Cane up, I would probably go with like Sacred Light, for example. And then if I wanted her to auto-proc at the start of the fight, I go ahead and throw Revitalize on her as a crest set. And again, Candy Cane is an auto-proc hero, so whatever she does as her skill gets dealt right at the start of the fight, right? So let's keep on going down the line and talk about some more auto-proc heroes. Anubis. He is one of the most important heroes, in my opinion, that you have Revitalize on. And the reason why is because not only does Anubis dish out damage to 100 enemies, so for example, if you're going in Guild Wars and you have Anubis in there with a level 5 Revitalize, he's going to proc right when you send him into battle, doesn't matter if he hits anything, and then bam, take out 100 troops right away. But not only take out 100 troops, also put a curse on other heroes that reduces their attack by 47% by 10 seconds, which is insane. So that means all heroes are going to be dishing out less damage, and that is a very good reason why you want a Revitalize on Anubis. You will always see me in pretty much every single situation put Revitalize on my Anubis. That way he procs right at the start and makes everything dish out a ton less damage, no doubt about that. One more thing I wanted to point out before I move on is you don't always have to go with Revitalize in every situation as well. Mainly you want to use Revitalize when you're attacking, but let's say you're on defense, for example, you're running Hero Trials, you're running HBM, you're using Anubis for Guild Wars defense. It might be smart to go ahead and throw an Empower on Anubis, and the reason why is because he grants 33 energy per second in battle, which is now going to mean while you're not using Anubis in any way, of course he doesn't get that initial proc right at the start of the fight, but he's going to be gaining energy non-stop. And I'll go ahead and show you guys a quick example of this. We'll just run like, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. We'll just run HBM AC, and you'll notice Anubis is, wait, why is my Anubis not gaining energy? Oh, I got the wrong Anubis in there. That was so fail. I'm like, what? Anubis just isn't gaining energy? All right, one second. We need to put the right Anubis in there. Go in there to show an example. Don't even throw the freaking Empower Anubis in there. All right, so let's run that back. So let's go back. Let's just run something easier. We'll go with the AA. That way we don't just get owned right away. So you'll notice he's gaining the energy. Anubis already procced, and now he is rebuilding up. So even if... So look, he's building up. So for this next wave, boom, you'll notice Anubis procced right at the start of that wave. He's building up his energy again, just procced again, and he's not even attacking anything. So So that is insanely useful for situations like this and Guild Wars defense as well. And that's why I went ahead and put Walla in battle as well. However, I don't have Empower on Walla, which was a mistake. I should have put Empower on Walla as well. But you guys get the point. Anubis' energy's filling up. He's attacking 100 enemies at once and not even having to do anything. He's just standing on his hero base, straight owning heroes with Empower and the ability of having Autoproc. Alright, so let's go over some more Autoproc heroes. Next, we got my man Walla. Now, Walla is kind of the same way. You'll notice a lot of the times in offensive battles, you do want to go with that 5 Revitalize to not only give your heroes a heal, but to also give them that attack buff right at the start, especially in dungeons. You always want to go with 5 Revitalize on Walla. Now, if you're talking Guild Wars defense, you're talking hero trials, you might want to go with Empower on Walla again because that builds his energy up and you'll just see him constantly auto-procking. He's healing heroes from a distance by just building his energy up and auto-procking. You know what I mean? His heal gets activated and he also increases the attack while doing other things to the opponents he's attacking. So next, we'll go ahead and go with Sasquatch. Sasquatch is, again, a good example of an Autoproc hero. He is Autoproc. A lot of the times you'll see, okay, let's put Revitalize on Sasquatch as well because he procs right at the start of the fight, stuns up a ton of heroes, and also you can use Sasquatch as a mechanism to get into bases. For example, I'll give you guys a quick example. So let's say we want to go at this base, but we don't want to attack at his little entries right here. Well, we can just probably use Sasquatch and just go right up the freaking middle like this. Let me find a good spot. So like right here, we drop in our Revitalized Sasquatch. Watch these walls. Those walls just got crushed, right? That's because our Sasquatch is auto-proc and just absolutely did mass amounts of damage. This isn't really a good... Let me find a better base. That way I can show you guys a little bit better of an example. So that's an okay base. Now I want to see better though. This, oh my gosh, what kind of base was that? Come on, everybody's got these stupid windmill bases. All right, here we go. Maybe. Not really a good base either. Come on. Oh my gosh. Windmill all day, boys. Windmill all day. Everybody's like, yeah, we're just going to go with windmill. All right, so this base is a good example. Let's say we want to go at this Dovekeeper and this Anubis. Well, if we use Sasquatch with his auto-proc ability, the only way to even be able to do this is either run Empower or Revitalize on him, and if you want him to be at the direct point, you're going to want Revitalize. So we have Revitalize on our Sasquatch. He makes an entry right there, bursts through all the buildings, and then immediately we can drop all the other heroes as well if we wish. So that's one way to use an Autoproc Sasquatch. So let's keep on going down the list. We also have Serena, who is Autoproc as well. You'll see a lot of people running Revitalize on Serena, especially in Lost Battlefield and also Fortress Feud and other game modes as well. She does revive heroes, so if heroes die, you throw down an Autoproc Serena after some heroes die, boom, they instantly get revived. Now, the main revival hero that you'll see people using as Autoproc is the Trentar because he can revive your whole team at once, right? Pretty much all times that you see people doing a minnow strategy, it's an offensive strategy where you go in and just try to kill everybody's buildings instead of actually attacking their heroes. You'll see all those heroes die, and then once they all die, you'll see the Trentar being thrown down right at the end, and that's because Trentar is Autoproc. So now, no matter where you throw him on the battlefield, he's instantly going to revive your whole entire team and allow them to finish off that base, right? So that is a huge advantage with Trentar. So let's go ahead and get in. Let me give a shout out to some more of these Autoproc heroes. We also got Storm Eater as well. Very nice to have Revitalize on him because he does have the 3-second stun, especially for Lost Battlefield and other game modes as well. It's just important to get his proc off right at the start. So next we got Boogeyman as well. Another Autoproc hero. Very important to have Revitalize on him, especially for Lost Battlefield. You're going to want him procking right at the start. Even for Guild Wars, it's nice sometimes to have... Well, I don't know. It's situational. It all depends. There's a bunch of different ways to go about attacking with Boogeyman, to be honest, because he is a little bit squishy, so some people might not agree necessarily with running Revitalize on Boogeyman, but it's not the worst case scenario depending on what you're doing, right? So let's see. What else do we got for Autoproc heroes in here? We got my man Skull Knight's Autoproc, but nobody really uses Skull Knight anymore. We also got... Let's see, who else do we got? We got Rockno, he's Autoproc, but again, not really important to even put Revitalize on him as a talent. Now, one that is Michael. Michael is Autoproc, and not only that, but Michael does a ton of buffs to your team. So you definitely want Michael to either have Empower, depending on what you're doing. If it's Guild Wars defense, you want to go with Empower. If it's offense, you're going to definitely want to go with Revitalize. And the reason why you're going to want to go with Revitalize, again, is because he's Autoproc, procs right at the start, gives your whole team those buffs, and that is very important. Creation 01 is Autoproc as well. Warlock's Autoproc also. And that's why people back in the day used to be in that situation like, oh, should we put War God on Warlock or should we go with Revitalize? Because it's like, do you want more damage for the biggest damage dealer in the game at the time? Or do you want Autoproc since Revitalize was such a hard crest to come by at the time? So next we got Athene, which is very nice. Athene is Autoproc as well. Plus not only that, Athene does a ton of buffs. And one thing you'll notice, especially in Guild Wars Defense and also Dungeons, people are either running Empower on most of these heroes or most of the time Revitalize on these heroes just to get their Autoprocs off. And so all their heroes have the buff either right at the start of the battle or throughout the entire fight. That's very important. So let's see, that's pretty much it. So yeah, that is pretty, I don't know if Commodore's Autoproc yet. I can't quite remember. I know that most of Commodore's damage comes from when she gets attacked. So I don't know. We're going to have to do some testing on Commodore and check her out later. I just basically wanted to go through, explain to you guys what important heroes are Autoproc, and also tell you guys what Autoproc exactly meant. Because believe it or not, I do get a lot of questions on this, enough to where I felt like it was a need to make a video. Hopefully this video does help people out there. If it does, please leave me a comment in the comments below and also like the video. I would really appreciate that. And for now, guys, I am out of here. Peace out, fellas.